Xbox, we need to talk. I don't particularly want to be making this video. I'd quite like to be playing Silent Hill F, which I've been thoroughly enjoying. I'm on my third, fourth playthrough right now, depending on how you want to include the endings. But instead, no, I'm here making another We Need to Talk video. So my first one was to Nintendo, and yeah, funnily enough, no one listened to that video, and Nintendo went ahead with the game key cards, which I still hate, and they're still going ham with those, which is fantastic. Thanks for that. So a lot of games I'm still buying for the Switch One, but that's another thing. If you want to watch that video, please go check it out. Today it's about Xbox and Microsoft and Game Pass. I'm at a loss, really. So I'm sure everyone is aware at this point. Last week, Xbox came forward and announced a price increase to Game Pass. So previously, it was $14.99 a month, which was a massive hike from what it used to be. But $14.99 a month was where it stood, which was a lot of money, but that was good for what you got. You got, people used to call it the best deal in gaming. And I was always promoting it. I was telling all my friends, you need to get on Game Pass. You wouldn't believe the amount of games you can get for just £15 a month. And they have put that price up to £22.99 a month, which is almost a 50% increase in price, which is just astronomical, really, isn't it? That's an insane price increase, and I don't quite understand why. There isn't like we're getting a massive influx of games from it. There's not like you're getting a lot of newness. They're toting the fact that Call of Duty is now on Game Pass. Well, whoop-de-doo, I wasn't interested in playing Call of Duty anyway. Thanks for spending all that money on Activision. That's great. So what does it mean? $14.99 a month to $22.99 a month. Well, for me, it means it's completely unaffordable. Realistically, I haven't played a Game Pass game from beginning to end in a long time. I was using it as a way to like demo games, try games. I tried out Expedition 33 on it. I wanted to go and try Indiana Jones. I'm not going to be doing that now. There's a lot of these new games that were coming that I was thinking about trying Silksong on it. And there are, like I said, there is a lot of games on Game Pass. So for $14.99 it was great. But $22.99 is a huge amount of money. And when you're talking about that each month, that it quite quickly escalates over the case of a year. And when I think about how much I was actually playing on it, and like I said, full game, start to finish, realistically, $14.99 a month was too much for me. Maybe I'm just complaining. Maybe it's something silly, but it was such a good way to get people into games. As I said, I recommended it to everyone, and I did think highly of Game Pass. I thought it was a brilliant thing that everyone should get on board with, and I can't recommend it at all now. In fact, I have unsubbed. I unsubbed the second that it was announced. I have been a subscriber to Game Pass. I've been a subscriber to Xbox Live since my 360 and since Game Pass was announced. I thought it was incredible. I thought, what a good offer. I went out and bought an Xbox One. Was it called Xbox One? One S. The white one. The white block. Before the Xbox Series came out. So Xbox One. The naming system is very confusing. I bought it for Game Pass. I never had any physical Xbox games past the 360 generation. I've collected some here and there from charity shops and the like. But I've never bought a new one at retail. And I didn't have to because of Game Pass. And that's done now. Okay, I won't be playing any more games on my Xbox. And I know boohoo, they don't care. Microsoft are over it. But with all of their price increases, the prices of consoles are going up. The prices of Game Pass is going up. Everything is going up. And I get that everything is getting more and more expensive. But that much of a price increase, that astronomical from $14.99 to $22.99 is absurd. Now let's get onto the game preservation side of it. So I thought to myself, okay, right, Xbox has decided to do this. There are some things that I want to own. Halo Infinite, I still didn't get around to finishing that. So I'd like to grab that so that I've got that physically so I can play that. The Evil Within 2 I needed to grab. There's a list of games that I started on my Xbox, started on Game Pass, that I would like to be able to finish. When I went to my local store and I started looking on the backs of Xbox cases. All of these games require a download. They're game key cards. Xbox games are just game key cards. They've kept it quiet for so long, and I wasn't bothered because I had my Game Pass. But yeah, you can't get these games physically on disc. That Xbox haven't been doing it for a long time, apparently, and I was just unaware because I wasn't buying them, and now I need to buy them. Now I'd like them. It's just daft. I don't understand why. I can't comprehend it. And the news has just come out. Battlefield 6 potentially. It's not been 100% confirmed, but for PlayStation, all the content's there on the disc. You can do it. It can be done. And I don't know why they're not doing it. I don't know why they've just given up. Why have Microsoft just given up on physical media? I do know why. It's because they want to push everyone to Game Pass, which they're now charging an arm and a leg for. It's just sad. And yeah, you can come at me and say that Xbox and Game Pass do have cheaper options. But the reason you want Game Pass, the only thing that was really drawing you to it was the day one games. Play these games on day one. So every one of their conferences, every one of their big reveals is day one on Game Pass, day one on Game Pass. Well, not unless you're paying $22.99 a month, it's not. You have to be paying that to get day one on Game Pass. Otherwise, you can get these games a year later. Yeah, I don't know what it means for my Xbox. I don't think it's going to get much play now. And it wasn't getting much play before because I was playing physical on Switch and I was playing physical on PlayStation. So yeah, it's going to be, I guess, my retro games machine now. I'll be playing Blue Dragon on it. I'll be playing some 360 games that are backwards compatible on it, and some Xbox games that are backwards compatible on it. And I would like to build up a collection of games that are on disc. So that's going to be my next thing, I guess, hunting them down. Yeah, a bit of a little rant, but I feel I needed to do it. I want to know what you think. Are you staying sub to Game Pass? Are you giving up? Are you gonna stop like I did? And the reason why as well why I left this a week before I came to this is one of my friends, Stephen from the podcast, he said, well, Joe, what don't you think this could be a marketing thing, so that put the price up massive, get everyone's attention on it, so then you can drop the price. You go, oh, we've heard what you're saying, it's going to be too much, we'll drop the price to something more like $18.99. Do you know what I mean? And that way, when people won't care that there's been a price increase from the 15 to say the 19, so that's a £4 price increase, but no one cares because at least it's not $22.99. And I thought that might be the case, and I wanted to wait and see if they would maybe come out and say something. But it seems like they're doubling down. It seems like they're really set that this is what's going to be happening, and it's a shame. And I'm going to miss the option of Game Pass. I do feel like I'm not really on that Xbox platform anymore. It's not an option, despite having an Xbox. With the way they're increasing prices of games, £70 to £80 for these games that are coming out day one, or you can play them on Game Pass and spend the £23 to have them for a month. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you do. I'd love to hear what you think down in the comments. Am I just being cynical? Am I an old fart? Am I, out of the times? Let me know what you think. I'd love to know. Until next time, I've been Beyond Joe. Sorry for the rant. And thanks for joining me in my little world.